Hi, everybody. Welcome back to that Eurovision site. And we are not far off until Norway selects their Eurovision 2026 representative. And before that happens, though, I have the opportunity to speak to one of the participants of Melodi Grand Prix 2026. And I am joined by the lovely Leonardo Amor.
Hi everyone. Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm pretty good and I just went from the gym and then I was at the gym and then my husband sent me that I'm viral in Norway. The song Prayer is viral in Norway and I'm so happy. Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second, obviously. It's like it's gaining some traction. But
Yes.
let's start with an icebreaker because we literally just met like a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I asked this question to everyone that start talking to, even when they're new artists coming into this. So my icebreaker for you is, Leonardo, is what's one thing about yourself that not many people would know about?
Oh, that's hard. Um that I have a really lonely childhood.
Oh, oh,
I
don't
don't
make
know.
me
It's still
sad.
yeah,
How,
that makes me
how
sad too.
lonely in what way though? It's like now I'm
Lonely in
curious.
Yeah, I think that's very deep what I said, and then and that I put it on my songs as well. It's because I was not me for a long time. You
Hmm.
know, being gay in the Philippines, I was closeted for a long time. So even though I'm happy outside, I've been like faking it the whole time for 20 years. So there's still inside me that feels like it's lonely because it's been a long time since I come out, and now I'm like getting out of the shell, and then I
Hmm.
still feel that loneliness, like what ifs, too
Yeah,
many what
but
ifs.
hopefully it's not like that anymore. Like,
Not anymore. But I think that's where I come from, like my songwriting.
mhm. Okay, and we'll talk more about that in a sec, actually.
Yes.
But obviously we're here because you are one of the lucky few that are in the running to represent Norway in this year's contest. So I just wanted to ask you your thoughts on that because from what I've seen, this isn't the first time you tried for Eurovision.
Nope. Yeah, so yeah, I sent songs as well 2 years ago, and then it was rejected when it was still Stig Carlsen who was the chef of the Melodi Grand Prix. And then, of course, it was rejected, obviously. So I went to San Marino instead. I was like, okay, now there's no MGP for 2025. What should I do now? I was like, I don't want to put this song like in my Dropbox. I need to release it. And I went to San Marino, and then I'm so lucky to be on like the second chance. And that's great already because out of like 260 or 270 semi-finalists, I was like top on the top 30-ish.
Hmm.
So it was crazy experience. And yeah, last year I emailed the new chef sending my songs for this year, and then he liked two of my songs. And then it's one very pop, dance pop, and then gospel pop, dance pop, something like that. It's very radio friendly, and then one is prayer. And then guess what? Prayer made it.
And now you're here. Now we're talking.
And now I'm here.
All right, then that actually leads me up to my next question because obviously you're participating with your entry prayer. Um, can you just tell us a little bit more of what the song's about and the creative process of it in your own words?
Yeah, it's a long story and it's a sad story again. I mean, you've heard the song, but this is the beauty of like creating this kind of songs. And I created it at school where Alessandra graduated as well. And that week Alessandra as well was our mentor. And then Alessandra heard the idea and she was like, "Oh, I love this song. You have to make it big. You have to sell it to the world and people just make it big." So she heard it first. She's one of the few who heard it first. And this song is all about my story back when I was in the Philippines. I was like 16 years old, and then I auditioned to a gospel choir, and then I got in, and then I was interviewed by a church member, and then this church member told me that, sorry, we don't accept gay over here. We need to baptize you, we need to cleanse you, we need to change you because this is not who you are. And that was the first time I ever opened up to someone, because the friend who got me into that choir is also homosexual, and we were like the ones who are very closeted, and we know each other very well. And then at that point I was like, this is crazy. And then last year I went to the studio and I was like, I want to write something real from my past. And we made prayer, not knowing it will be an MGP.
Hmm. And because obviously it's something that's really, I'd say, emotional and something that's, very dear and dear in your heart for you. So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, how tough was it to put into words your past experiences and trying to make that into the song when obviously coming from the Philippines as well, I know that it's not something that's like, I don't know if it still is like a taboo topic to like kind of like talk about sexuality and whatnot. So
Mm.
for you, now that you're here, what was it like creating it with that in mind? And, obviously for your mental well-being, is like, trying to bring it up past experiences.
It went, I was 16 back then, and then it took me a lot of courage to just accept the fact that this is what the society is. And I tried to understand it so hard. And then as years pass, it gets easier to talk about it because now I accept myself. And I was like, I will never write that song if I can't accept what has been done and what has been said and what happened. So it was easy for me to put it in the song. The hardest part is to sing it with emotion. I think that's the hard part of it.
Is it more of like, is it because when you're seeing it, that memory keeps coming back, or is it more of like, is it just more of like a technical thing?
Both ways. It's like technical, and also like, when you put like it's it's really, it gets to your heart when you read the lyrics and stuff like that, but singing it
Hmm.
with emotion. And I want the listeners to feel it too while I'm singing it on the microphone. And while we were recording it, it was hard because all my songwriters around me was like, I want more, I want more, can you let me feel it, can you let me feel. So it was like, it was hard because I need to like really pour out in front of that one microphone.
And look where that pouring your emotions out got you. You're one step closer to being on one of the biggest stages in the world.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I just ask, how are the preparations going for MGP?
We've done 3 rehearsals already, and you know, I'm the only ballad this year.
Hmm.
So sad. No,
Or it
no,
might be a good thing.
it might be a good thing. No, I'm gonna grab that opportunity as the only big ballad, and then I don't have dancers, so I don't have that much choreography to think about. I just need to be really healthy, physically and mentally, because it really gets me sometimes in my head. By reading all the rankings, reading all the reviews, listening to all the reviews, all these odds things really gets into my head sometimes. And I really need to prepare myself to be stronger than I think. Because
Mhm.
sometimes I cannot perform when I'm thinking about that. So right now I'm like just trying to be at peace. So I go to the gym, I rehearse every day, and just take care of my voice and my health.
Yeah, and hopefully you are able to give a performance that's within your standard and yet you're satisfied with. I mean, as we're leading
Yes.
up to it, you did talk about this earlier on that today when we're recording this, prayers in the viral top 50 in Norway.
Yes.
So,
It's crazy.
well, yeah, well, is that the first time that you've like been charted somewhere, or is it more of like,
Oh yes, it's the first time. It's the first time that I was on New Music Friday Norway, and then it was my first time today. I just knew it today, like few hours ago, that I'm in Viral 50 Norway. It's
Mhm.
all my first time, and I'm so grateful for this experience because I still don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty. I mean, it's everything is new, so take it all in while you can, and try not to think about negativity.
Yeah.
Just ignore it, basically. So, I mean, we'll talk. I mean, that's my MGIPIC questions, and hopefully that it goes smoothly in Littlehammer in a couple of weeks. So let's talk about more of you as an artist and just some of my last
Hmm.
questions. Because I know that, you said you've been singing for some time, and I know that when you were here, you did the voice as well. So
Yes.
I was just wondering, what has been the highlight of your career so far, you think? Because I know that you're still in early stage within it, but you know, surely there must have been something that made me like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually doing singing as a living.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of moments when I had that feeling. Like first time was when I went to The Voice, and then after that I got an opportunity as an artist here in Oslo. So I work as an artist in what do you call this? Like a cabaret.
Hmm.
And that moment was like, oh my God, I got to live my dreams to sing every night. And then after that I went to music school because I've never written a song just 2 years ago. And it's crazy to think about that I was like someone told me you need to write your own songs. That's the step to be a big artist. And then I just started it 2 years ago. And yeah, I think I'm thinking like the craziest part is when I went to songwriting camp, my first ever songwriting camp, when I
Hmm.
get to write my own song. I think that moment when I realized that I really want to be an artist. I want to be a songwriter. I want to be this what do you call this? I want to be this artist who writes his own songs and comes from the heart. And that's the moment when I realized that yeah, I want to be an artist when I started writing my own songs.
I mean, you are an artist in your own right, regardless. Like even right now, that actually leads me up to my next question because obviously, Prayer is now out, and it's not just the only song that you have. I'm looking at your, discography. You do have quite a few. So if where people are watching MGP in a few weeks' time and they hear Prayer, what song would you recommend they listen to next?
I think they should listen to Is This Heaven?
What about it that what about the song that makes you say that they should listen to that one?
I did not plan this thing, but I think the universe just aligned because when I was on The Voice, I sang Ave Maria,
Hmm.
and then when I went out of The Voice, I sang Unholy, and
Hmm.
then after my school, I released Is This Heaven,
Hmm.
and then now I'm going to MGP with prayer. It's like everything is heavenly and godly, but then I want everyone to listen to Is This Heaven? Because that song might sound like really disco-ish 80s, but that song is about self-love. I wrote that song when I felt like lonely at the party. And then I went home and then I was just enjoying myself, even though other people did not kind of like notice me in that party. But then it turned out I enjoyed myself, and I think that's the very first step to everyone and for everyone to do to enjoy yourself because no one is gonna be there for you except yourself at the end of the day.
No, that's actually a good explanation. Like, you're like, yeah, you don't need anyone. Just like be by yourself.
Yes.
Number one supporter. What would you like to? Obviously, this is a bit of a big thing, but other than obviously potentially going to Eurovision, what's the one thing that you want to achieve with participating in Melody Grand Prix?
Other than participating in Melody Grand
Oh, no,
Prix.
no, 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 like I mean, sorry. Let me read this question. Okay, so obviously you're participating in Melody Grand Prix, and the big thing would be you get to go to Eurovision. Other
Mm.
than that, what's the one thing that you would like to achieve by, being in this competition?
I want to be seen as like this real artist who puts feelings and real stories in his songs. Because AI is now really dominating, and there are like 50,000 songs uploaded every day on any streaming platforms, and you don't get to get that feeling in a real artist. And then I just hope that the listeners or the people around the world can and will listen to me, because these songs are from my heart, and there's a lot more songs that I've written that comes from my heart, and I'm so excited to show it to the world. And one day I really want to be at the Grammys. I want to perform there. I want to have my own Grammys, and I think that's my ultimate goal.
I'll clip this, and then when you do get there, I'll be like, yep, nope, he said it here first. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, something I will touch upon on because we did talk about this. You're Filipino. I'm
Yes, I
Filipino.
am.
Um, obviously, how are competitions like, it doesn't have to be like, you did The Voice, now you did MGP, Eurovision. How important are these like shows in terms of representation? Because last year for us, we had JJ
True.
winning.
Well, it's I don't know. I grew up competing since I was young. My God, my stomach is really crumbling because of the protein shake. But I grew up competing since I was like 5, and I feel a little pressure, especially one. I'm only the ballad in the competition, and I just need to deliver vocally.
Hmm.
And as a Filipino, we are known to be like one of the country who has like produced or known for like biggest vocals around the world. And yeah, I think I don't need to live up to that, but I think I'm just gonna show who I am on stage and what I can do.
Hmm.
And I think that's just about it. And I think one time JJ said like yeah, I'm Filipino, I love karaoke, and this one is big. I said I don't remember, but I watched him. He was like, I'm just gonna show who I am over
Hmm.
there growing up as a Filipino, and he just delivered vocally as well, and I think that's what I'm gonna do too.
It's really funny. Last year we had one Filipino in Eurovision. This year we could potentially have three.
3.
Hmm.
Wait.
Yeah. You,
Me,
Erica
Eric.
Jane in Denmark, and Bella Santiago in
Ah,
Romania.
true, Bella, true.
So, I was just like, oh, this could potentially be the most Filipino Eurovision yet. If you three all you win your selections. Like
It would be amazing.
I was like a trio. It's like being one of the rare Filipinos in Europe that like, go to Eurovision. I'm just like, oh, why do I feel so happy and like represented? It's a bit weird. So I'm having my fingers crossed for you in that one.
Me too. I'm so happy, and we're gonna make a great team, and we will call it Team Bakla or something. I think they're gonna love it.
Oh my gosh. Can't wait to happen. If that happens, I'll be like, yep, you heard it here first. Okay, so I'm on to my final question for you, Leo. Um, let's fast forward to Lillehammer. You're on stage, you're performing prayer on live TV. What message did you want to send to the viewers as you're on that stage performing prayer?
Oh, I want the viewers to close their eyes, listen to the song, and probably open their eyes at some point and feel the song, because I'm gonna give my 200% or 500% on that stage, and I'm gonna make them feel what I felt when I was 16, and it's gonna happen on that night in Lillehammer.
And we can't wait for that. And, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you and say everyone else, and hopefully y'all get the result. There can only be one winner, but I hope you're all happy with the result regardless.
Yeah, I will be.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Leonardo, because I know that, it's not that far off uh, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun from now on. But thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much as
Is there
well.
anything you want to say to the viewers who are watching right now? Get
Yeah,
to go.
I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, and thank you that Eurovision site for having me, and thank you again to everyone who is listening, who are gonna listen, and who listened to my song prayer. And I just can't wait to perform it live, and it's just gonna be on another level.
Right then. Leonardo Amor, one of the participants of Norway's Melodi Grand Prix 2026. Thank you, tusen tack. Maraming salamat, kuya.
Tusen tak.